Nobody told you about the light. Every briefing, every security protocol, every contact who warned you what to expect in Islamabad. The politics, the checkpoints, the careful dance of being a foreign journalist in a country that has a very specific relationship with foreign journalists. None of it mentioned the light over the Margalla Hills at 7 in the morning. Gold, clear. Arriving at an angle that makes everything it touches look deliberately placed. You are sitting in the back of a car from the airport, and you're looking at those hills and thinking, involuntarily, that it is beautiful here. And then you feel the guilt of someone who came to document difficulty noticing beauty first. You will feel this many times. You are already learning that. Your fixer's name is Tariq. He is leaning against a car outside the hotel, with the calibrated patience of a man who has worked with enough foreign journalists to have developed a specific tolerance for the combination of confidence and cluelessness that most of you arrive with. He shakes your hand, takes one of your bags without asking, tells you the drive is 20 minutes. He asks, chai or coffee? You say chai? He nods like this was the right answer. You don't know yet that it was a test. Over the next 3 days, Tariq teaches you more about this city than any briefing document could, not deliberately. By existing, the streets he takes without explanation, and the ones he redirects from without comment, the explanation arriving later when you have earned the context. The way he talks to people. In Urdu you can't follow but can feel the register of something always warm, always relational. Business only after the relationship has been established. On day 2 he takes you to a dabba for lunch. He doesn't ask what you want. He orders for both of you with the confidence of someone who has already assessed what you can handle and what you will love. The dal arrives. It is the best thing you have eaten in recent memory. You tell him this. He says, I know, the assignment is political. It is always political. Your editor sent you because something is shifting in the structure of things and the story is being undertold. You are good at finding the human inside the structure, the specific face that makes an abstract situation legible to someone reading it from very far away. This is your skill. It is also your weight. By day 5, you have done 4 interviews, a politician in an office with good furniture, and a press officer whose presence shaped every answer into something usable for exactly nothing. 2 analysts who gave you the scaffolding without the interior. Useful, not what you came for. The 4th interview is a woman named Sana, 34 years old, legal aid NGO. She meets you in a tea house near her office, and before she says a single word about her work, she looks at you and asks what publication you write for and how you handle sources. You tell her, she listens. She assesses you with the attention of someone who has been burned before and built a protocol to prevent it happening again. Then she talks not about policy, about a family she spent 4 months helping navigate a system that was not designed for them to succeed in. A mother who needed something simple. A simple thing that required 3 documents. 1 document required a fee. The fee required a form. The form required an address. The address was the reason they needed the help in the first place. She describes this without drama, without inflation. The way people describe things that have become ordinary furniture in their working life, which is its own kind of devastating. After in the car, Tariq asks how it went. You say she's the story? He says yes, without surprise. The way you confirm something already known. The city reveals itself in layers. The wide boulevards and planned geometry of a capital built to project something, and underneath that, over evenings and slow chai and broken Urdu, that improves faster than you expected. The texture, the residential streets where the scale becomes human. The Sunday market where everything is for sale, and Tariq identifies everything without being asked, because he can read the question on your face before you ask it. The gap everywhere between what the structure records and what is actually happening inside it. On day 8, Tariq comes to your hotel room at 6 in the morning. He says there is something you need to see. He says you need to decide quickly whether you're the kind of journalist who sees it or the kind who waits for the press release. You put your shoes on. What you see that morning is small in the way the most important things are usually small. Not a dramatic scene. Not something that photographs well. A room, specific people in it. A decision being made that will affect people who are not in the room. The gap live in front of you between what the system will record and what has actually occurred. You take no photographs. You were asked not to. You write in the smallest handwriting you have. The handwriting you developed in your first year for rooms where taking notes openly is not advisable. On the drive back, Tariq is quiet. Not the quiet of someone with nothing to say. The quiet of someone letting you carry the weight of what you just saw before adding anything to it. You say, "Why did you take me?" He looks at you in the rear-view mirror. He says, Because on day 2 you ordered chai. You file your first piece on day 12. Your editor calls it the best thing you have written in 2 years. She asks how long you need to stay. You say you don't know yet, that you are still inside the story. She says, take what you need. You have been doing this long enough to know that sentence has an expiration date, that the window Tariq opened, which was not given, which was tested for and earned at a pace he set and you had to match, is not transferable to the next journalist your editor sends. That what you have access to right now is a function of this moment, this person, and the small daily accumulations of showing up correctly. On the evening of day 14, you're on the roof of the hotel. The light is leaving the Margalla Hills the same way it arrived.
Gold.
Deliberate. Clean in a way that requires clean air, and you're aware of this. Aware that you're watching something that exists because something else has been preserved. You're thinking about Sana, the form, the fee, the address that was the problem. You are thinking about the room on day 8 and the handwriting and the weight of what you carried back in the car, while Tariq let you carry it quietly. You are thinking about the chai, the test you didn't know you were taking, the answer you gave without knowing it was an answer, the city that opened because of it, one layer at a time, one earned morning at a time, in the gap between what you came prepared to find and what the place actually was. You open your notebook, not to file, not yet. You write for yourself. The notes that never become a byline, the ones that exist only to keep the thing real after you go home and the distance closes, and the city becomes memory, and memory becomes the edited version of itself that time produces whether you want it to or not. You write the light, write about the light before you forget exactly what it was. Some things, once you're home, you spend years trying to get back to. This is already one of them.